Could we all stand for the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thayer.
Here.
Wilson. Absent. Secord.
Here.
Townsend.
Here.
Carpenter Gear. Williams.
Here.
Baker.
Here.
Next, we have the adoption of the agenda. I'd like to add on new business number 4, resolution R21-9, resolution of intent to apply for United States Economic Development Administration grant.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with add-on number 4.
Support.
Motion made, supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next, we have approval of the July 13th, 2021 regular meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of July 13th, 2021, regular meeting.
Support.
Motion made and supported to approve the minutes of July 13th, 2021. Do you have any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
If somebody has an issue hearing us tonight, I don't think the PA is on at all. Just kind of raise your hand or let us know. We can hear ourselves up here real fine for some things, we don't broadcast far enough. Next, under under special orders, set a public hearing for truth and taxation.
I'll make a motion to set a public hearing for truth and taxation for September 7th, 2020.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Anyone have any questions? Any discussion? This is to do with it, with the head amendment. It's just one of those things that we have to do. We'll get into it at the next meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
My chair could use a shot of oil.
Yes.
Next, we'll have public comment. Anyone like to make a public comment? You come up to the podium. Come on up.
Not really a comment. Could you use your mic a little more? Pull it in a little closer.
I pulled it in, but it's not working.
Oh, they're not
Pretty much
working.
good. Okay.
Go.
That, if you raise your hand and let me know for any of us, and we'll make sure that we speak a little louder. Okay? Thank you. Anyone else? Public comment? Anyone else? Hearing none, public comment is closed. Next, under new business, 2665 Tatham Property 09-11-5-05-1013-000.
I'll make a motion to fund demolition of the fire damage structure at 2665 Tatum Road with an amount not to exceed $7,850 as presented.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Adriana, I think I answered that. Maybe you can make an explanation.
So, this is regarding 2665 Tatum Road. I'm sorry?
Your mic's not working. I don't think any of them are working.
Can you hear me? Okay, so this is regarding 2665 Tatum Road, and this was a fire-damaged structure, and we had put out a request for bids for demolishing the structure, and based off of, so far, the one bid we've received, we know it is going to be a not-to-exceed cost of $7,850. However, it could wind up being less than that as additional bids come in. So we are requesting approval of that demolition amount.
Anyone have any questions? Have a roll call, please.
Secord,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Carpenter, yes. Wilson, absent. Townsend,
Yes. Next, we have firearm disposal.
I'd like to make a motion to approve July 2021 firearms disposal as presented.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Basically, the police department collects these weapons relative to a crime or whatever the case may be, and they have to hang on to them for a period of time, and then it has to be posted 30 days, and then they can dispose of them. David, do you want to comment on that?
Oh, you hit it right on the head.
Thank you. That's right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Oh, I'm sorry. If I hit that,
yeah. Document number C.
oh,
I don't know. Do you want to give a presentation?
Just give a presentation.
I couldn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Just a couple comments if you allow. No,
Sure.
President, Mayor.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Good evening, supervisor, members of the trustee board, staff, residents. I'm Amos O'Neill, the 95th District State House Representative from Saginaw County, which includes your district. I have some items I just brought by for information for the public in the back, but I just want to let you know that we work hard to make sure those resources are afforded to you in your district. One thing, we had a meeting today, you mentioned those guns disposal. I'm sure you've heard we've had a rash of shootings in our community, and it's not just one spot, it's like all over. We had some shooting in Birch Run recently, in Saginaw Township, and we were meeting today, Senator Horn and the mayor, and then law enforcement, sheriff, Saginaw County Police, state police, and really talking about ways we can curb this violence. And having programs like what you have is one thing to get those guns off the street, and how they get them, I don't know. That was the question. So I just want to let you know that that's a very, very important issue. public safety is number one priority for all of us. Questions asked today in terms of resources afforded to the state police, and they asked whether or not the funds they could cut. We said, well, no. Yes, two officers there, keepers there, and they confirmed that. So, our commitment is to the public safety. And from the state level, our office is making sure that those resources are there. And one more thing to add, I'll close is there was a time when we had the actual state police helicopter in our area. And I think it really made a deterrent throughout our region. And so that's one thing that we'll be working diligently to see if we can get that chopper back in the area. Because many of you may not know that the city police can't do pursuit, the sheriff can, but the state police as well can't pursue. But that helicopter can. And so that way we can help eliminate these individuals that are trying to get away and nothing happens. We have that chopper in the air that really helps us all in our whole region. So just wanted to mention that. Thank you for the opportunity to share, and we're here to support you. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome to stop by anytime. I appreciate it. Follow your notice that you post about every month or two.
Yes, sir.
Very interesting.
Thank you.
And I apologize. I'm normally here plenty early. And find out that you were here. I didn't even notice it. So you're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Okay. I think we were on Township Board Meeting Schedule.
I'll make a motion to approve the amended Township Board Meeting Schedule, moving the November meeting to the 3rd due to the election.
Second.
What's been made and seconded to change the November meeting to the 3rd because of the election. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none. Next we have the item that was added to the agenda, Resolution R21-9, Resolution of Intent to apply for United States Economic Development Administration grant.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution R21-9, Resolution of intent to apply for United States Economic Development Administration grant as presented.
Support.
Made and supported. Brianna, you want to tell us something on that, please?
Sure. So this was a bit of a late addition to your packets because we just found out yesterday we received an award letter from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation for $30,000 in technical assistance funding to help us prepare an economic development strategic plan for the township. And what the proposed resolution tonight would do is it would provide, so the US EDA grant would effectively provide the partner match for the MEDC grant. And conversely, the MEDC grant, which we found out we were awarded yesterday, would provide the matching grant for the US EDA grant. And the amount that we'd be requesting from the US EDA is $25,000, and that would be used to conduct a commercial market study as well as a residential target market analysis. And so the two grants effectively provide the match for one another. And again, we were awarded yesterday that MEDC grant.
Could you give a brief explanation of what's entailed, what could be entailed with that study?
Sure. So Bridgeport Charter Township is currently engaged in the Redevelopment Ready Communities program, which is a program hosted by the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. And one of the requirements for becoming an RRC certified community is to prepare and adopt an economic development strategic plan. So this is one of the requirements for RRC certification, and as such, MEDC does provide grant money to communities that are pursuing the adoption of such a plan, and that was the grant money that we were awarded yesterday. Now the market studies that we're hoping to use the US EDA grant for provide the data analysis component that is the foundation for the economic development plan itself. So all of the plans work together so that we have robust data for that economic development plan.
Thank you. These are the kinds of things that Ariana had worked on previously before she came here. And you've got a very good understanding of how that works. If along the line somebody's got a question regarding that, if you would call the township and ask to speak to her, if you could talk to you right away, if you're possibly in a meeting or whatever, and I know she would get back with you. So it's quite an opportunity for Bridgeport. Thank you.
Do a roll call, please. Secor? Yes. Williams?
Yes.
Nair?
Yes.
Maker?
Yes.
Parker, yes. Wilson, absent. Townsend?
Yes. Next we have accounts payable.
I will make a motion to approve checks number 68386 through 68506 in the amount of $342,922.87 as presented.
Motion been made and supported. Anyone had a chance to review it? Any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next we have the police department report.
Officer Ryan Schlicker, one of our newest officers, continues to do well in his field training. He's in phase 3 of a 4-part phase for training. He's doing well, so we're glad that he's on board. And we had a very busy month last month. We had over 710 complaints for the month. These are just complaints that come in through 911. They're not complaints that come in through the office through phone call or people walking in. And that's going to be compared with 642 complaints for the month of June. 710 from July, 642 for June. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't see anybody here from the fire department. Dave usually turns in the summary. Pardon me?
He hasn't yet.
Yeah, okay. We'll include it with the.
I have it.
Oh, you have it?
Would you like me to read it?
Is it
Portions of it?
portions of it?
Okay.
Yeah, the highlights. Highlights. Yeah.
Sure. So, greatest hits from the fire department for the previous month. They had 132 calls in July, and the year-to-date calls are 871. The current roster is 18 members. This includes 3 persons without fire certification and 1 officer on sick leave. One of the new cadets had to resign due to time commitment issues, and a second cadet is taking personal time for a couple months to deal with his 3 newborns. So he's got triplets, and I'm sure that's keeping his hands full. Chief Schmiegel also mentions that they will be conducting extrication training this week at the site of the proposed new buildings. The surface allows for adequate space to train while we still may have access to it. The training will allow for our personnel to stay proficient with our equipment when dealing with severe vehicle accidents.
Good. Also? Thank you. Along with the triplets, they also have a youngster, another boy, less than 2 years old. So I'm dead and get pretty busy for a while.
Dixie Road. So road construction continues on Dixie Highway. Last Friday, Pyramid was on site to install base course on Dixie Highway near Airport and Dixie. And then yesterday, C&M was continuing to install the stone aggregate base for Dixie. They plan to pave next Tuesday. In terms of human resources, we have one ongoing opening for a DPW water summer seasonal worker. The police department also has 2 openings, and the fire department continues to recruit for on-call firefighters. I have an update on the CEDM Fellowship. Bridgeport received 21 applicants for the CEDM Fellow. That's the Community Economic Development Association of Michigan, is what that acronym stands for. After reviewing resumes, we selected the top 6 candidates to interview, and we are conducting our first round interviews this week. We actually concluded 2 interviews today, and both candidates were awesome. As has already been mentioned, MEDC officially awarded us a $30,000 technical assistance grant yesterday to help us complete the economic development strategic plan. The funding will likely be stacked with other matching sources. We're currently working on a US EDA grant application, which is due at the end of this week, so we're staying busy. In terms of the annual budget, with the exception to water and wastewater, our financial guru, Ron Ratchwitz, has received and reviewed all of the proposed department budgets for the 2022 fiscal year, and I'll be reviewing them over the next few weeks. We also have an update on the deficit elimination plan for the refuse fund. The Michigan Treasury Department approved our deficit elimination plan on July 21st and reissued our qualifying letter on July 22nd as qualified, which now allows the township to issue debt. I also have an update on the ARPA funding. Ron Ratchwitz submitted the required paperwork to receive the township's share of the ARPA funding on Thursday, July 8th, 2021. Payments will occur once the Michigan Department of Treasury has reviewed our submittal and determined that we meet all requirements. That's kind of the same update as last time we were here, but we do expect to hear back from them very soon. Thank you.
Thank you. If you have board comment. Robert.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry.
Thank you, sir. No.
I had to speak into your, oh, never mind. You're on.
No comment.
Lee.
No comment.
Calvin.
No comment.
I heard you. Jim.
Thank you, Mr. O'Neill, coming out tonight. Thanks for the work that everybody's done on them, the grants. There's a lot of work goes into every one of them grants and projects, and thank you for that. Everything that we can do to help our funding is awesome. It's nice to see some faces out in the crowd after the whole COVID thing. It's sure nice to see some township people out to visit us, so thanks for coming out.
Yeah, hopefully by the next meeting we'll figure out, we've had a couple issues with the PA system. Hopefully by the next meeting we can get that straightened around. Other than that, I'm all set. Also, again, thank you,